Hey, everybody, it is time for my Week 11 NFL picks. And here to join me this week to do picks as well is my dear, close, personal, longtime friend, DJ.
Welcome. Thank you for having me. I'm welcoming you to your own show. So
Yes, I'm
welcome.
Mean Gene. Oh,
Yeah.
um,
I, honestly, I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having me. This
yes.
is always fun. Um, Last time I had to put a picture of the Seahawks on my Facebook because I got third place in the pick'em that when JC was with us. So
Yep.
I don't know if you want to do something similar and
Not this time.
maybe a battle for. Okay, well we'll just we'll we'll pull something like from the Roman Reigns card. You'll have to acknowledge me if you beat me.
All right, I'll do that.
If I beat you, I want you to acknowledge me.
I'll do that.
Just you write on your Facebook post, DK beat me this week, and
I
I'm
acknowledge
sad.
him.
Okay,
He's
and
like
I
my
acknowledge
leader.
you. Same thing. Appreciate that. So yeah, I'm excited, man. The NFL, like it's been hard to call this year.
It has. And it's going to show actually in my record from last week because for the first time since week 3, I had a losing record. I went 6-8 on my
Damn.
picks last week.
Well, I thought I had a bad week. I think I got 9 right. So sweet.
So
Did you
before
take
we
the command skins
I didn't look,
on
here's the
Monday
thing.
night? Your favorite team?
I didn't pick them because I thought, okay, Philadelphia, they're just gonna,
Yeah.
I did not expect the performance that the command skins had. And I'm gonna say something.
I love it that people are referring to them as the name that I created.
I know it's
Command
growing.
skins.
It's
Now,
growing.
if I write, this is no joke. If I'm texting someone and I write COM, it autocorrects to command skins.
Yes.
It's the first thing that comes up, and I have to delete it and then write what I'm actually trying to write. It's kind of fun.
Now, before I get into everything, I'm just going to say something real quick to the Philly fans because they're upset about what happened Monday night.
Well, they booed Santa and they deserve it.
Exactly. First of all, and I said this to DK and a bunch of people during the game, your offensive scheme in that game sucked. You did no huddle offense the entire game. That's why you had the ball for 19 minutes.
Yeah.
And then you're going to go
like
around
the Chip Kelly Eagles.
And then you're going to go around blaming the referees. Now, to be fair, I do agree about you guys being upset about the face mask call. That was missed. I don't know how you missed that.
Well, they miss a face mask call in every game. Like it happens. Just happened to be a big moment.
But you guys were still in the game. Even when you guys were down like double-digit points, you were still in the game. So don't be putting the blame on the referees for your loss. You guys just didn't show up Monday night. All right. So before we get to the games this week,
that's great.
The teams that are off this week that have the bye are the Jaguars, Dolphins, Seahawks, and Buccaneers. So to all you people in Florida, you have a free Sunday this week.
Yeah, you can go and wear your white shoes and go to the beach if you want.
I wonder what they do on a bye week in Florida. Any of those areas.
Maybe I don't know, like there's some like islands you can fly to for like a little fast vacation. I don't know.
If anyone in Florida is watching this and your team is off, please let us know in the comments so we can.
That is so smart. I never thought to I'm a Saints fan. I never thought to hey, let's go on vacation when the Saints are on a bye week. Then I don't have to miss the game.
Exactly.
We usually do a winter vacation, and then I'm scrambling trying to find TVs and trying to watch football. So that might be a smart idea.
All right, so we're going to do the games. These are straight up picks. We'll mention the point spread. So let's begin with the Thursday night game. The Tennessee Titans go to Green Bay to play the Packers. Tennessee 6-3, Green Bay 4-6. Green Bay favored by 3.
Yeah. Packers were down 14 to the Cowboys. last week.
Yeah.
They're the first team ever to
Ever.
beat the Cowboys when the Cowboys were up 14 going into the fourth quarter. 195-1 now. Do you think the Packers that was like a lucky break for them, or do you think that they've turned a corner? Because I think they have. I think they'll win this game. I don't know. It's probably going to be around that 3-point mark, but I'm taking the Packers.
See, I don't know. And the only reason I say I don't know is because of what you said in the beginning. This season has been so crazy that
Yeah.
it's hard to predict. Like, and we'll talk about the command skins in a little bit. You know, how that season, how that game could have turned their season around.
Yep.
Green Bay, I think, has to admit to themselves, we're not winning the division at this point. Not where we are. Because Minnesota's like 7-1 or 8-1 at this point. Their best bet, if they're going to get in, is a wild card spot.
Yeah.
I'm going to take Tennessee on this one. I think we're going to get Derrick Henry running up the gut, probably getting over 110 yards on Green Bay and just dominating.
Yeah. That wouldn't surprise me either. I think going off that momentum that they got by beating the Cowboys, and I think it's not just another game when Green Bay comes back and they beat the Cowboys. So I don't know. It's so hard to pick.
It is.
So I'm lucky in my pick'em pool that I don't have to do Thursday games, so I can just sit back and watch. But now I got something riding on this. I might have to acknowledge you. So
well,
next
week we got 3 Thursday games. So.
Oh, beautiful! Yeah, American Thanksgiving. I usually take it off work. I won't be able to this year, so I'm gonna have to stream some things on my phone, but might have to go in early or something.
Damn.
Might have to work something out there.
You got to watch the parade before the game?
I don't know. Probably not.
Dang.
The PBR will be working overtime on Thursday.
Mm-hmm. Carolina Panthers travel to Baltimore to play the Ravens. Panthers 3-7, Ravens 6-3. Baltimore favored by 12.
Yeah, Baltimore here.
Yeah, this is a no-brainer. I'm going with the Ravens on this
They're
one.
on a bye last week too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they beat the Saints on Monday night. Then they got the bye, and now they're at home to Carolina.
Yeah, they should win this one.
There's no excuses if they don't.
Oh my God! If they lose,
if Baker Mayfield goes in there and beats them, then I just don't know anything really.
I will acknowledge that you are dumb. No,
exactly right.
Okay, this one's a tough game. This next one. The Bears face the Falcons. The Bears are 3-7. The Falcons are 4-6. Atlanta is favored by 3.
I really like what Justin Fields has been doing. Now, he lost to the Lions, but he had one of the all-time great fantasy performances.
Right.
So now I think Fields is more about the team. I don't know if him having a great game and losing matters to him.
Right.
But I do like how they've been playing. Atlanta is like back and forth. Who knows what you're getting? So I'm gonna say the Bears pull off the upset here.
Atlanta is like a game out of the NFC South division lead.
Yeah.
That's how crazy it is.
It's pretty bad. Like, there's usually a bad division every year, but like I think the winner of this division will probably have 7 wins, maybe 8, depending on how things go near the end. So every single game for an NFC South team is important.
I'm actually going to agree with you. I think the Bears are going to win this game. I don't know if it'll be my upset pick or not. I'll probably go back when I'm editing this stuff to see if, it is my upset or not, because I haven't looked at the rest of the games. So
I just basically look at the point spread, and whatever the biggest point spread you picked, that would probably be the biggest upset.
Yeah.
So far, Tennessee would be your biggest upset right now, I think, right?
Tennessee and Chicago at 3.
Yeah. They're both 3.
Yeah. Cleveland Browns go to Buffalo to play an angry Bills team. Cleveland 3-6, Buffalo 6-3. Buffalo favored by 8.
And I don't know if you've looked at the weather report, but it's supposed to be a dump of snow by kickoff. Now, I know there's been a lot of games in Buffalo where the kickers, the O-linemen's out there clearing a spot for the kicker. I hope this is chaos, weather related, just for comedy and watching purposes. Buffalo wins this. I guess you could almost talk me into a Nick Chubb 40 carries to give them a chance. I believe this is the last game before Watson comes back. Am I right on that one? Or is there one more week?
I think there might be one more.
There might be one more. But if we're just talking pick 'em here, Bills all the way. They're not losing 3 in a row.
Now, after you telling me what the weather's going to be like, I now have to contemplate what I'm going to watch at 1:00, either the Bills game or the Command Skids, just because of the weather. So,
well, you got to have a little pitcher-in-pitcher action, or
I might. I don't know.
I set up I got 2 TVs, and then I have a smaller TV that I put the red zone on.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty wild. So, man, you might need to get a setup like that.
Well, I'm going to go with the Bills on this one. Snow or no snow, Cleveland's in for a long afternoon.
I think the weather could actually help Cleveland. Be honest, they're a better running team. Josh Allen won't be able to run around and chuck it all over the field.
Right.
So we'll see what happens. But I still think Buffalo would take care of business.
The Lions go to the Meadowlands to play the Giants. Detroit 3-6. The Giants 7-2. New York favored by 3.
Did you say the Giants were 3-6?
No, Lions are 3-6.
Oh, okay. What's the Giants record?
7-2.
7-2. Yeah, I think they've been the story of the league this year. The Giants. Now the NFC East is a lot better than people maybe projected them to be.
Mm-hmm.
In our podcast before the season, I think we all picked the Eagles to win, didn't we? Or did you pick the Cowboys?
No, one of us picked Dallas. It wasn't me. No,
I think me and JC both picked the Eagles, so we were right about that one. No one gave the Giants much credit here.
No.
With the loss the Eagles had, I actually think the Giants have the best chance to win that division now.
Ooh.
So I'm taking the Giants here in this one.
I'm also taking the Giants on this one. Just because they're playing Detroit. Although Detroit had that win against the Bears last week, and maybe that right. I don't know.
It seems like every week the Lions look like, oh man, they're starting to turn a corner, and then they'll lose like 3 in a row.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
The Rams go to New Orleans to play the Saints. The Rams 3-6. The Saints 3-7. New Orleans is favored by 4.
Jesus. They keep giving my team credit when they shouldn't get any. Okay, so this is the funny part. Okay, so you picked the Rams to win the Super Bowl. I picked the Saints to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we're both not looking good at this
3-7, 3-6. So don't use our picks.
No.
For gambling purposes.
No, not in August or September.
I had the Saints beating the Chargers. Both teams might not make the playoffs. Saints aren't going to make it unless they rally a few wins here and Bucks and Falcons.
They could still win the NFC South.
Okay, the Rams are out. It's over. Okay, they're done. The Saints have a chance at the division still. It's quite comical. Cooper Kupp's out.
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford's game time decision. If Stafford plays and they design an offense that's not, hey, snap the ball and throw to Cooper Kupp, because that's what their offense is.
Mm-hmm.
If they can design an offense where they utilize the other receivers, I'd definitely take the Rams to win this game, but I'm going to take the Saints because I'm a homer. That's the only reason. They should not be favored by 4 points against a high school team. Against a high school team, it shouldn't be 4 points.
you said the key thing. No Cooper Cup. Without Cooper Cup, they don't have Beckham because we don't even know where Odell's going to be at this point.
He's waiting to see who's good in 3 weeks.
He's been waiting for 2 months. I'm going to go with the Saints. I just think, the Rams offense is just not the same this year. But I'm going to say this. New Orleans, I'm giving you one more chance. I picked you last week against Pittsburgh and you lost.
Don't fall for it.
You better win this week, darn it.
Oh my God. Every week they tear my heart out.
Now you know how it feels like.
Anyway. Yeah, command skins.
Yep, exactly.
They're much better than the Saints, so congrats.
The Jets play the Patriots. The Jets are 6-3. The Patriots 5-4. New England favored by 3.
Yeah. This one's kind of tough to call. The Jets, they beat the Bills.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty impressive. I'm not a full believer on the Jets right now without the star running back.
Yeah.
Since Hall went down. And usually Bill Belichick can take away your top weapon. Who do you think the top weapon on the Jets is right now? Like Garrett Wilson, the rookie? Maybe?
Yes.
So Belichick usually shuts down the number one guy. I'm taking the Patriots here. I'm not extremely confident in the pick.
Yeah, this is a hard game to pick.
It's a hard game to pick. I wouldn't be betting, but I'm taking the Patriots.
For the purposes of making this video interesting, I'm gonna go with the Jets on this.
All right.
Only because, and I thought about it. New England beat the Jets a few weeks ago, and this could be a revenge game for the Jets.
Oh, and it's so important.
Yeah, Bills, it really is.
The Bills are 6-4, right?
Bills are 6-3.
They're
Jets
6-3. Okay.
Dolphins are 7-3. Patriots are 5-4.
So the Dolphins are sitting back, cheering for the Browns, and cheering for probably the Patriots here.
Mm-hmm.
And I picked the Dolphins to win the AFC East.
You did.
I did. Everyone laughed at me, but we'll see what happens.
We still got a month to go.
Yeah, they can still blow it. Damn it.
The Eagles travel to Indy to play the Colts. Eagles 8-1. The Colts 4-5-1. Philadelphia favored by 6.5.
Okay, so I don't have my own pick'em show like you do, but my biggest lock last week was the Raiders because Jeff Saturday had never coached a down in any football ever. I don't even think he was the head coach of that high school team. I think he was the coordinator. He goes in, he makes me look stupid. That's how bad the Raiders are. I'm not falling for it again. The 1 week wonder is over. The Eagles got this, right?
Oh, I hope. I hope.
Well, I don't think you hope. You're a Washington fan. I hope you hope Indy wins, but you hope for their sake. But yeah, I'll take the Eagles here.
Yeah.
What's the point spread in this game, anyways?
6.5.
6.5. Okay. It was higher. It was 8.5 after the Monday night game. So people must be putting money on the Colts here with the points.
Maybe there's something we don't know.
Are the Eagles falling apart? Dallas Goedert out for a few weeks?
And then they lost.
I wouldn't be surprised if Indy pulled this off somehow. But
and then we'll be probably being like, oh, Jim Irsay's the smartest guy in the world.
Oh, yeah, they'll sign Jeff Saturday to like 6-year extension.
Eagles are going to win this game.
Yeah, they are.
All right. The Command Skins, a.k.a. the Commanders, go to Houston to play the Texans. The Commanders are 5-5. The Texans are 1-7-1. Washington is favored by 3.
Okay, so the Command Skins go into Philly
Mhm.
Biggest game of the year for them. They pull off a huge win. Like, they played absolutely perfect in that game.
Pretty much.
Yeah. I think they get ahead of themselves, and I think this is a little trip up game. I'm going to take the Houston Texans in this one.
Ooh.
So I guess this would be an upset pick for me.
All right. Here's my thing. I'm going to make the case right now. Taylor Heineke should be the starting quarterback from this point forward.
Yes, of course he should.
You do not beat the Packers, the Colts, and the Eagles and almost beat the Vikings the way this team has done it. I think the momentum is going to keep going. I'm taking the Commanders to win. As long as Heineke's the quarterback, I don't know if I'm going to be jinxing them when I say this. They may not lose another game for a few weeks. I'm not going to say they're not going to lose another game this season.
Almost for a few weeks. Yeah.
Maybe, well, like their schedule looks kind of easy the rest of the way.
Yeah.
Because the hardest games that they've got left, they got 2 against the Giants, they got the 49ers, and Dallas.
Yeah.
The other games are winnable. Very winnable.
Yep.
But we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I just, it's a little bit of a short week for them, coming off a huge road win, going back on the road to a 1-6 team, 1-6-1. I just think it's the trip up. I think Houston's a little bit better than their record, so that's just what I think might happen.
The Raiders go to Denver to play the Broncos. Lord help those people that are going to watch this game. Raiders are 2-7. The Broncos are 3-6. Denver is favored by 2.5 points.
Is there anything worse than watching the Denver Broncos on offense? One of my best friends, Jason Wright, he's probably one of the biggest Broncos fans I've ever met. He tries to defend it, and I just can't.
How?
Like, how are they so bad? They got good players. Now, I know their O-line is totally messed up. And like the Raiders suck so bad. For the AFC West was supposed to be the best division ever.
Mm-hmm.
And now there's probably only going to be one team to make it in the AFC.
Yeah.
If I told you the NFC East would be better than the AFC West, you probably would have sent me to an insane asylum.
I'd laugh at you.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to go with the Broncos here because the Raiders are just so screwed up. They can't fire Josh McDaniels because they don't have any money. I don't know if you read that article.
Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day.
Yeah.
Those are the words.
I love it.
Eat too, Brutus.
Now, Josh McDaniels, like he coached the Broncos for a little bit and then it was fired. Like a little bit of a revenge game, but I don't think so. Derek Carr he blames everybody but himself. He just wants to cry in the media.
I didn't
He's
have
just
a
so
good
sad.
sleep.
I honestly think he just wants his neighbor to coach again. Like John Gruden is his neighbor. I don't know if you knew that. He has to pass him on the way to work every day. John's probably just sitting in the front yard mowing the lawn with his shirt off. It's like, hey, Derek, where you go? Oh, yeah, you're going to work? All right.
You know, I really don't feel like that about those people.
Have a good day. It was just emails. Like, oh, man. Anyways, yeah, I think the Broncos probably win like 6-5 in the worst game ever. I don't know. You remember that game the Broncos played against 49ers on Sunday Night Football?
Oh, yeah.
It's probably like that, but worse. So 11-10, I believe, was the final when Garoppolo forgot where the end zone was.
The sad part is,
yeah.
The sad part is we have to pick a winner for this game. That's the saddest part.
Oh, yeah, I think the Broncos win, and I don't think it's like really out of range, but it'll still be close. But I don't think it'll be where we're worried that the Raiders could win this game at any point.
I'm going Denver on this one.
Ugh.
I don't know.
You,
I
you
just
know how they flex games to Sunday night and stuff? Can we move this to like a Wednesday morning? Like like they have Thanksgiving coming up. Can we do like a
Thanksgiving
Thanksgiving
Eve.
Wednesday like I don't know,
No,
7:30 or something?
Here's what you do. Here's what you do is you this is what you do. Take the kids on a field trip to that game Wednesday morning.
It's a fun stadium. I went there for a Saints Broncos game.
It'll be an educational trip. You'll
Yeah.
learn numbers, you'll learn language, you'll
Actually,
learn a lot of things.
I have a funny story about that. I went with my friend that I referred to earlier,
Mhm.
and our girlfriends, and he was about to get his Canadian flag signed by Peyton Manning. This is when Peyton Manning was
Okay.
quarterback for the Broncos.
Okay.
So we were standing out getting autographs and stuff. And I got my face paint on and my glasses and my cape, and I'm all decked out in Saint stuff. And all I yelled was, "Cooper's better."
Oh.
Peyton Manning. And then he rolled his eyes at me and went to the other side, and my friend never forgave me.
Oh.
He's about to get his Canadian flag signed by Peyton Manning, which would have been like probably a collector's item. So
Oh, I'd have kicked your ass for that one.
it's funny. But he said, "Hey, like we went to every Saints Broncos game for about like three times in a row there." So I was like, and then they whipped our ass. It was like 52-10 or something. So still worth it. Pretty funny.
The Bengals go to Pittsburgh to play the Steelers.
You can't even
Bengals
speak right
5
now. You don't even know what you're saying.
I don't at this point. Bengals are 5-4. Steelers are 3-6. Cincinnati favored by 3.5.
Sorry. Who's playing the Bengals there?
The Steelers.
The Steelers, yeah. Steelers beat them already this year.
Yeah, they did. Well, that was in week 1.
Yeah, week 1 doesn't count, right?
Not at this point.
Well, yeah, that's what everyone says. Oh, it's week 1. Oh, it's week 2. Like, it still counts. But I'm taking the Bengals here. They definitely haven't looked as good since Chase got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
But and yet that pass rush on with TJ Watt back. No, I'm not doing it. I'm taking Bengals.
I'm going to Bengals as well. I think Pittsburgh got a lucky win last week. I don't think they could do it 2 weeks in a row. The Cowboys go to Minnesota to play the Vikings. The Cowboys 6-3, Vikings 8-1. Minnesota favored. Oh no, I'm sorry, Dallas favored by 1.5.
Yeah. So, like, what is Vegas smoking here? Do they know the Minnesota Vikings are 8-1 and they just beat the Buffalo Bills
In the game of the year?
and now they're at home to the team that blew a 14-point lead to a 3-5 team? Yeah. And the team that blew the lead that's on the road is the favorite.
Yeah.
Why? Because they're the Dallas Cowboys? Okay, the Vikings are going to wipe them out. 3-touchdown win.
Ooh. I might have to tell my uncle about that because he's a Vikings fan.
Tell him. Tell him put on his purple and cheer his heart out because this game is not in prime time, so you're good. Kirk Cousins has issues in prime time.
He does.
You look at his stats any other time, it's pretty good. I like Minnesota big time in this game.
I like Minnesota as well. I don't know if it'll be 3 touchdowns, but
that was me just going a little bit off.
I know, but still, I like Minnesota. After what they did in Buffalo, I am almost convinced they're the best team in the NFL. Almost.
Well, after Eagles losing, like, were the Eagles the best team in your eyes?
Yeah.
And they lost to Washington.
Mm-hmm.
And Minnesota's only loss was to the Eagles in week 2, which was a primetime game, which Kirk Cousins has trouble for some reason. I don't know what it is. Everybody watching them, maybe. But, yeah, I still think Kansas City Chiefs are the best team in the league.
Well,
I guess we'll find out.
speaking of the Chiefs, they go to Los Angeles to play the Chargers. The Chiefs 7-2, Chargers 5-4. Kansas City favored by 6.5.
Yeah, this game was flexed to Sunday Night Football. I
Thank
believe it was
goodness.
supposed to be Cincinnati and Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I like the Chiefs here to keep rolling. They had a really good game against the Chargers earlier this year. And I think that's the game where Justin Herbert kind of got hurt.
Yeah.
And then he had to come out for a little bit, then he came back in. So
Yeah.
could be a little bit of a revenge for Chargers here. This is a huge game for them, but I think the Chiefs are a little bit too much.
I agree. I think it's going to be the Chiefs on this one. And the Monday night game, the 49ers play the Cardinals. The game is in Mexico. The 49ers are 5-4. The Cardinals are 4-6. San Francisco favored by 8.
And honestly, you know what? Arizona's offense looked a bit better with Colt McCoy. And Kyler Murray, if he plays, they're saying that he won't be as mobile.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I believe it's an 8.5 point spread here.
8.5. Yeah.
8. Okay. Yeah, definitely 49ers.
You know, there's something that's telling me the Cardinals are going to win this game. Just something
Really?
is.
Okay.
So this is going to be my upset pick this week. I'm taking the Cardinals to win in Mexico against the 49ers because honestly, the people of Mexico are not going to be seeing any real football for the next month because of the World Cup, and their team's going to be many thousand miles away. So they may as well enjoy this game. I'm going to take the Cardinals in an upset.
Now, I kind of hope that we're like maybe tied going into this game.
I just thought about that too.
Because that could be interesting where you need your upset to come through for it to happen. Like my upset would probably be Houston.
Texans. Yeah.
Houston. So it might come down to those two upset picks, and we'll see. We'll see what happens here.
Absolutely.
Hopefully, we can help people with their bets or screw up their finances. Either way, it's fun, right?
Yep. All right. Well, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, click the bell, all that stuff. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoy your week 11 of the NFL.